Well, thank you, Hannah, for meeting with me again, agreeing to meet with me again. Um, just wanted to point out about the agreement or the consent to um, meet and to record this session. This is a session to a follow-up session from the video recording counseling, mock counseling video one. This is the second video, again, a follow-up. And so just wanted to touch base with you today to find out just how did everything turn out? How are things going now? Uh, I do want to note on this video that, or this session rather, uh, that during the first session, we talked about you feeling like you're just not having enough quality time uh, in your personal life due to uh, demanding work issues. And so has the or have the demands kind of tapered off, or is it still the same or increased?
Well, no, the duties have not tapered off. And I actually believe that they have increased.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to learn to cope with those things. I think there's
Okay.
more paperwork, more requirements.
Okay. And if you don't mind, how long have you been teaching again?
About 20 years or so.
Okay. Wow. That's oh wow. Congratulations. I do want to interrupt real quick and uh, again let you know on doing this video, as we did in the first video, that I would like to take notes. And so if you're okay with me taking notes, you'll see me writing. I am still present, but I do want to jot down notes so that we get to make sure we address your concerns.
Okay.
Okay. And so back to you said you've been teaching for about 20 years.
Yeah.
Uh, I know of people who've taught 30 something years, 20 something years. Although I must admit, I haven't heard or encountered many people that have taught uh, 30 plus years here lately, over the past 5 or 10 years. And so is it that things have changed in that area where people are not staying as long in the teaching field?
People are definitely not staying long and they're leaving at an alarming rate.
Okay.
There are there's a 50,000 people teacher shortage happening right now, and I can clearly see why. I understand why one might not continue on this career path.
Okay.
Demands and the salaries do not add up.
Okay.
Besides that, there are other factors. Things have just changed. The kids are not the same. Lots of factors there.
Okay. And one being, as you reported on the last session, video one, session one, you reported being dissatisfied with the quality of life, your personal life, being able to do more of the things that you enjoy doing. And if you could refresh our memory on what are some of the things that you enjoy doing in your personal life.
Some of the things that I'm doing,
That you enjoy doing.
spending time with family, and real quality time without worrying about something that I need to do for school. Because I think school it's just kind of leaked over into my personal time.
Okay.
And um, those things that they're asking for, they want them done. And oftentimes it's done on my personal time, which, like I said, interferes with spending quality time with family or even having quality time to do the things that I enjoy, um, such as, gardening or just keeping up with daily chores like the housework or any of those type of things.
Okay. And so you say being able to work in your garden and daily chores. And so
Yes.
let's talk about your garden because I know session one you talked about that quite a bit, and it seemed like it brings you great uh, joy working in your garden. And so I do recall that there was an assignment, if you will, a homework assignment that you embarked upon. I would like to hear a little bit more about that and how successful or unsuccessful completing that assignment was.
It was a challenge, but I did manage to grant myself a few minutes, you know, at least 10 minutes to go out and, maybe just pull some weeds or um, repot something or add a new plant to the garden, which was truly refreshing for me. I think that everybody needs some type of release, and for me, gardening is it. So it did put a smile on my face to get out and work in the yard a little bit and to freshen things up a bit, I might say. Um, Brought me tremendous joy.
Okay. And so uh, were you able to do that multiple times or just at one time?
A couple of times,
Okay.
I was able to get out and do it. Not staying for a very long time, but getting out there to do it, which was refreshing.
Okay. Which that was the objective there. You just being able to spend some time doing something that you find enjoyment in doing and
Yes,
being able to separate work life and home life. And so I'm very congratulations that you were able to accomplish that. It seems that you would have preferred to go longer, so maybe longer than 10 minutes, but you were able to actually do about 10 minutes, you're saying, and you were able to do it several times, a couple of times. So that's good. So with that, I would like for you to kind of reflect on uh, again how what did that do for you personally, and how did that affect uh, you when you went back into the area of work, having been able to spend 10 minutes of your time for personal uh, uh, reasons, for pleasure, for enjoyment, that did not involve your work. So how did it work out? Having done the 10 minutes a few times working in your garden. How did that affect your work life? Did it affect it in a positive way, a negative way, or not at all?
It was actually quite refreshing for me, and it was a pleasant thought. And also, it was kind of like dangling a carrot for myself, um, that I could possibly do these things again and on a more regular basis. And that is my goal, to try to do more things like that for myself, to alleviate stress. Because as we know, stress um, a handicap, for lack of a better word, because stress hinders your thought processes. Even the body, the physical body, don't feel as well when you're stressed out and stuff like that. So those are the types of things that I'm working on alleviating, so that I can have better quality of life in the
So
long
would you
run.
say that in terms of the stress in feeling overwhelmed, because you mentioned that during the first session, would you say that being able to go out and do your gardening, that it kind of alleviated some of that, that it kind of relaxed you more versus being as uh, tense that you mentioned during the first session?
Yes, it alleviated some of the stress and pressures, if only for a little bit. It helped me to take my mind elsewhere, helped me to be able to regroup a little bit, and to have some pleasant thoughts, to be able to do something that I enjoy.
Okay, very good, very good. I'm very excited for you, Hannah. As you described your experience and reflect a little bit on being able to do that. You do a very good job of painting that picture because it feels as if I was right there too. I could imagine as you were talking how pleasant that may have been to do something that you enjoy doing without having to think about work, because you did mention that in the first session and again in this session, that not always having work in the back of your mind, even when you are attempting to do something outside of work. And so it seems that you were able to experience, if not for a moment or for 10 minutes, experience having more control over what happens in your personal life and versus your work life, being able to separate the two, and which is not a bad thing to do. Being able to separate the two, being able to compartmentalize the two, uh, and just enjoy or have a better quality of life as you originally stated was your goal during the first session. So again, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I do have a question for you,
Yes.
and that question is, are there any blind spots that you may not be aware of, or that you may be aware of, but you may want to put some safeguards in place? Uh, and what I mean by that, Hannah, is you've basically you've started a new trend, so to speak. I say new trend, but you've taken over your life and the decision of the quality, the type of life that you want to have. You've gotten back in the driver's seat, and you're saying, although
Yes.
I'm working, I still want to have a balanced quality life, and this is what I'm doing in order to make sure that happens. So you've been proactive with it. And so, along with that, is identifying blind spots that may interfere with you being successful going forward in continuing to carve out time and make time for the things you enjoy. And so, have you been able to anticipate or identify some of the blind spots that will hinder or impede your progress with taking more control over having a balanced life?
I think I think that I know what those things are, but I'm not so sure that I'm going to win the fight to keep um those things from creeping back in and taking over the things that I do in my leisure time. I'm not quite sure that I'll be able to sustain that, even though I want it badly. I'm right now. I'm just not so sure that I am going to be able to continue as I would like to, as freely as I would like to.
Okay,
I'm gonna try, but I'm not so sure that um, that I won't fall off the boat, so to speak.
okay. Well, I appreciate that your honesty in that, because again, that could be a blind spot for
Mhm.
you. And it seems that, or I wonder, I should say, I wonder if your answer to that question, your latest comment, your latest answer, is due to previously being able to attempt this, but then it didn't last long. Is that possible? Has that possibly happened?
Definitely.
Yes, because I see the hesitation that you have, and I see that you're not so convinced that you could pull this off.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Which is good that you're identifying it. And so one of the things that it leads me to is a self-challenge. And basically what the self-challenge is going from new perspective to new behavior. So there's the saying, I'm sure you've heard it, about I think 20 to 30 days of doing something consecutive days, doing things 20 to 30 consecutive days forms a new habit.
Yes, I've heard that.
And so I think that's where you are going from this new perspective. Yes, I've had a taste of a more balanced life, if only for 10 minutes,
Hmm.
three times. But I want this to be a reality. And so
Yes.
I think that would be a good focal point, a good goal uh, for you uh, here for the next couple of uh, assignments, if you will. But I would like to know what you think would be a good goal for you, because you know better, Hannah. You know better your circumstances at work, your circumstances at home, and then again, the things you enjoy doing. You know better what is feasible and what isn't.
I'm hoping for maybe say to shoot for maybe 3 days out of the week. Um to go out and smell the roses, so to speak. Um to give myself that break, that release.
Okay.
My aim is for to be able to do it for at least 3 days out of the week, just zone out for a moment and go and tend to the plants. The weather has been beautiful and lend itself to that. So as long as I think those factors are available, I'll try to shoot for that time, get the fresh air and everything.
Okay. Sounds like a good game plan. Have you been able to identify which 3 days out of the week would be
No,
most feasible? Okay. So that may be
maybe Sunday, maybe Saturday, Sunday. Um, throughout the week, no, I'm not sure yet.
okay. Okay. Very good. I think those 2 days are great days. I do recall you saying that in the back of your mind that usually you're thinking about work or there's something to do. However, you've been successful for those 3 times that you've gone already with 10 minutes. And so I would just encourage you to do more of what you did in order to facilitate that. And then just take uh, a week at a time.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, yeah. I like that. That sounds like a good game plan for you. Uh, and like you say, you have a great incentive. So the weather has been better, which it has been. So that's a good thing that would help get you out. And again, I think focusing on the 10 minutes
Yes.
in the 3 days per week will be the goal. What do you think?
I agree. I think that would be a good strategy.
Okay. So I think that'll kind of put everything here in perspective for you. Okay, my goal is 3 times a week, 10 minutes each time, times however many weeks. And then once you're able to get that, so you are occupying or reclaiming, so to speak, your territory in
Hmm.
terms of your personal life. So that's very good, Hannah, that you're doing that. And I guess before long you'll look up and you're spending 30 minutes in an hour.
Sounds
So
good.
yeah, that'll be very exciting to see you build to that. But again, I like the fact that you are aware of some of the things that could pull you back. So my question to you is, what are some of your, or what is your game plan for to counteract the things that may pull you back?
Making it top priority, maybe. That it's a must do, and chalking it up to I need to do these things for my mental health. And I'm hoping that that'll be the driving force behind it, because I do realize that I do need to take care of my mental health in order for everything else to work out. So, um, incorporating those 10 minutes, I'm hoping will be uh, a good, a good starting point for me to keep going and making myself a priority or more of a priority.
Okay, very good. Very good. So wow, I think this is great again. I would like for us to meet again if you are interested in that, just to do a follow-up on the assignment that you now have given yourself, and that is 3 days a week, 3 days out of the week, Saturday, Sunday, and identify another set day for 10 minutes times 2 or 3 weeks.
Sure, I can try that.
Okay. So at the close of our session 2, uh, what is your reflection in terms of what we have discussed today?
reflection, reflect back on how it felt to be able to do those things, to go out for 10 minutes and have, me time, so to speak. Um, that it felt so good that I will keep it on the front of my mind to make sure that I carry that out as much as possible. And then I'll check back in with you and let you know how that turned out.
Okay, well, again, Hannah, thank you for agreeing to meet with me. Thank you for getting that consent form signed back to me, stating that we are doing a session and that it is also available to use for an educational setting uh, among the instructor and other students. So again, thank you for that. I look forward to hearing the good news of your success 3 days out of the week, Saturday, Sunday, and another day that you choose, another set date, and times 2 to 3 weeks.
Yes.
So I look forward to that. Uh, Again, thank you. Or do you have any other questions? Do you have any questions or concern?
No, not at present.
Okay. Well, thank you very much again, and have a great day.
You as well.